morning. Today is Wednesday, October 10th. We're here at the Acushnet Council on Aging for our monthly board meeting. This is Halloween month. I asked all of you to wear masks. Not one of you, well, only one of you did. I'm not going to mention who she is. And if John maybe wants to put the camera on her, we'll say thank you for wearing your mask.
From the lady who walked in with a frog hat this morning.
Oh. I'm teasing you. Okay, it's 10 o'clock, and we're going to start with our moment of silence for those who have passed. That limousine ride most recently in New York is most on my mind right now. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have a reading and approval of the minutes from Wednesday, September 12th. This will give people in our TV audience a little recap on what we did last month and what's going on here.
Okay, this is the minutes for the meeting of September 12th, 2018. Present, Linda Gilbo, Chairperson, Richard DeBalsi, Marie Hardy, Paulette Hudson, Pauline Texera, and Heather Sylvia, Director. Excused, Gerard Bergeron and Morris Sampson. A motion was made to open the meeting by Paulette Hudson and seconded by Heather Sylvia. The meeting was called to order at 10 a.m. by Linda Gilbo, Chairperson. Reading and approval of minutes. The minutes of the September 12, 2018 were read and unanimously approved with corrections. Old business. There were no board meetings in the months of June, July, and August. The June 23rd trip to Newport Playhouse was enjoyed by all. Under new business, Jan Fortin is a new receptionist for the Acushnet Council on Aging. The Acushnet Police Department has made available a kit to dispose of unwanted medications. The Acushnet Farmers Market, located on Leonard Street, is open every Saturday until the end of October. There are many things to enjoy. Congratulations to all new Shine counselors who recently completed the course, including our director, Heather Sylvia. In the fall of 2018, the town of Acushnet will apply to be part of the AARP Friendly Community Network. The Acushnet Council on Aging has launched a survey seeking feedback from residents of all ages. The survey can also be taken online. Trips for the month of September. September 20th, shopping trip at Trukey's with a registered dietitian, Barbara Canuel. September 23rd, Newport Playhouse. September 27th, picnic by the Cape Cod Canal. October 11th, Mohegan Sun. October 22nd, covered bridges in New Hampshire. On September 25th, the EMA will be presenting emergency preparedness. Twilight Bingo is held the fourth Monday of the month. The doors open at 4:30 p.m. Chair volleyball might resume in the fall. The Acushnet Council on Aging, in conjunction with the Acushnet Library, will deliver any book that you have called the library for but are unable to personally go to get it. 50-plus Job Seekers Group is sponsored by the MCOA and is held the third Thursday of every month. The purpose is to help someone prepare for job interviews. Director's report. The town has approved $125,000 for renovations to the Acushnet Council on Aging. A dehumidifier has been installed in the basement. A new generator will also be installed, and a new shower will be installed on the main level of the center. These renovations will make the center an approved emergency facility. There will be no financial report due to the fact the figures were not available. It is time for recertification for the food bank. Fuel assistance applications are now available. If anyone needs assistance with any of these forms, please call Patricia Madursky at 508-998-0280. The next meeting will be October 10th, 2018 at 10 a.m. As there is no further business, a motion to adjourn was made by Paulette Hudson and seconded by Richard DeBalsi. The meeting to adjourn at 10:35 a.m. Respectfully submitted, Paulette Hudson.
Good job.
May I have a motion to
Well-
accept
I have a couple of
corrections?
corrections on this.
Okay,
All right. Reading of and approval of the minutes of the September 12th, shouldn't that be August meeting,
With May.
May meeting?
Yeah, because we didn't meet June, July, August.
But we met in September.
yes, we did. And
Right.
All right, so this would be the May?
The May.
Yeah, right.
And also on the new business,
No, this is the meeting of last month's.
Yeah.
This is the meeting of the September 12th meeting. This is the
Okay, that's right, this is
We're in October.
okay,
She's
no,
right.
okay, that's my mistake. I apologize.
Okay.
And under the new business, the Acushnet Police Department has made available the kits to dispose of unwanted medications. That is sponsored by the Acushnet Fire and EMS.
I'd like to make a comment about that. I have spoken to several people, and they are absolutely thrilled with them, and they're very happy about having them, so we'd like to thank them personally.
And there's plenty more. He's got tons of them. So it's open to anybody.
EMS,
Okay.
is it?
Fire and EMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, President probably could use it. Jim.
Okay.
And if we can just go back to the minute, it was May, because if this
Yes.
meeting was September 12th,
I'm reading the minutes of
Yeah,
September
no,
12th.
you're reading it.
you're reading September 12th meetings in October. This was the September 12th meeting, so it would have been May's,
May.
am I wrong? Am I thinking-
No, we read May's in September.
Yeah.
Right, and these are the minutes from September.
These are the minutes from
Of
last
September,
month's
right.
Right.
meeting,
She's correct.
I'm missing it.
So am I.
Yes,
right?
no.
Okay.
Yes, no, no, I'll find out in a minute.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is, you are
October.
just reading, yeah, this is October, and you're reading September's meeting.
Right.
But in September, you were reading the May minutes. So it should say the minutes of the May meeting were read and approved. That's what happened in September.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
I thought so.
okay.
We got through
And
it.
I apologize.
I'm going to the memory cafe.
Yes, Memory Cafe Mondays at 1 o'clock. Jerry will be singing.
Okay.
May I have someone approve these minutes as read with corrections?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as read with the following corrections. The minutes of the May meeting were read and unanimously approved with corrections. And under the new business, Acushnet Fire EMS has made available kits to dispose of unwanted medications. The only two corrections.
And Maurice, you seconded?
Yes.
Thank
No
you.
P.
And we're changing the spelling.
No P in your name? Okay, that's misspelling.
Sam.
Sam, son. Okay. Good, thank you. Under old business, the survey results for the AARP age-friendly program are available, and Heather will give us a,
Did everybody have a chance to look at them? We handed them out at the last meeting.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Maurice, I don't know if you got a copy. Sorry, for me to throw it at you. So these are our survey results, if you have any questions. Our next step will be to complete the application through AARP and request a letter of support from the selectmen to become age-friendly and to start working towards that process. Does anybody have questions about the surveys?
I think maybe the TV audience and some of us here might want a brief summary of what age-friendly means.
Age Friendly is a program through AARP, and to make a long story short, it basically is a concept that allows people to age in the housing of their choice for as long as possible safely and allow them to stay in their community. So if that means helping install sidewalks, more access to transportation, more access to affordable housing, something as simple as installing bath rails. So that's kind of what our survey asked. We had a really good response rate. We had 198 people respond. And no surprise, our two biggest areas that people would like to see us focus on are more transportation. Actually, they were three. More transportation, more affordable housing in town, and better communication about different programs. It's amazing how many people didn't know what Code Red is. And that's the reverse 911 call that the town makes in cases of emergency. And actually, they just did a test at the beginning of October. So these are the things we'll start looking at. We'll start the application process. Mr. Noble will help us with that, and we'll keep you posted.
Thank you. And under old business, we wanted a little update on the Shine Counselor update. And I'd like to, Shine, S-H-I-N-E, the S is for,
Serving the health information needs of everyone, and then there's 3 dots on Medicare. So our
Okay.
focus is primarily on anyone over the age of 65 or who is about to turn 65. We try to help people under 65, but our priority is over 65. But we don't turn anyone away. If someone comes to us, we will help them. And under this update, we want to congratulate Pat Majersky, who last Wednesday officially graduated from the Shine program, so she is ready.
Yeah.
good,
Yes.
good.
And Thursday, we're going to an all-day training in Brockton, and we'll know more about what plans are going to be available in 2019 and the rates. So after Thursday, we'll have more information.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Exciting.
But,
And Linda's going to be next, because Town Hall referred someone to her for Shine the other day, so.
and they insisted upon talking with me, but I was unable to help.
Well, you tried.
She did.
I smiled. That was it. Okay.
Always do everything.
Under new business, holiday schedule for November/December. Now, the schedule that we have right here is, that you gave us, is for Town Hall.
It is.
Okay.
Town Hall, as you may or may not know, has new business hours. Monday, John help me with this, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 4, Tuesday nights till 7, and then Friday they close at 11:30. That does not affect us. We are still Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
Okay.
But their new holiday schedule does affect us. In the past, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve have been half holidays, they're now whole holidays. So we'll be closed all day, New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I just gave you a copy of the holiday schedule, so you know what's coming up. So ignore the town hall hours, because that doesn't affect us, but the holidays do.
So, Thanksgiving, no.
Thanksgiving, we close half day on the Wednesday.
Half
We're closed Thursday and Friday, and we'll reopen on Monday. That's normal, it's always been that way.
Right. Since that's our next big holiday, that's really important.
That Veterans Day will be closed November 12th.
November 12th for Veterans Day. Okay. Thank you.
I'll let you do the next one.
Okay. Inclement weather reminder policy. And we have it right here, ladies and gentlemen on the board, it's right here. It is in our bulletins. I tell people how important it is to pick up a newsletter, and we do send a lot of newsletters out. But our storm policy is written right in this newsletter. When the Acushnet Public Schools are closed, all COA activities and programs are canceled. This includes lunch, transportation, memory cafe, activities, volunteers, all canceled when schools are closed. The COA office will remain open at the discretion of the selectmen. If town hall is closed, the COA office is closed. Okay? So, to summarize,
To summarize, if I may on that,
please.
it is really clearly printed of what it is, unless the COA will be open if there is an emergency that is declared by either the state or by the selectmen.
But then we're
We
not a
will
COA
open it up
review.
as a
Yeah.
shelter,
Yeah.
A shelter,
not a shelter, a warming center
a warming
right
center.
now.
But this is just COA. When we're open as a shelter, that's you, that's not us.
Right, I understand
Yeah.
that, but meaning COA is gonna
The
be
building.
open,
The building.
Maybe you
the
want
building will be open.
for the TV audience.
That'll
I'm
be a
sorry, for the
separate.
building open.
No, how will people know if the shelter's opening?
They need to listen to their reverse 911, which
Yeah.
will be the red,
Code red.
code red. They'll be notified by through code red, or they can listen to the local radio stations. They can also call the COA at the telephone number here, 508-998-0280. You want to do it slowly, because when they call me, I usually get aggravated because I have to play it back 3 or 4 times because they say the number too fast. So, one of my biggest quirks.
Now, which radio
Not
station?
unusual.
WBSM.
Beautiful, thank you. Thank you for all that information. And again, if you have our monthly newsletter, a lot of these things will be in there. Okay, new program announcement. We have a new program called the Savvy Caretaker. And
And that is a 6-week program, you have the flyer. We did the Savvy Caregiver, covering people who are caring for others with general illness or diagnosis, 2 months ago, and it was very well attended. This Savvy Caregiver is dedicated specifically for care providers who are taking care of someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. So out of that general group that we had, they had requested this group with a little bit more specifics. So this group will start October 30th. Yep, October 30th, and it will run for 6 weeks. So everyone should just call Coastline for more information, or to make it easier, call us here at the COA, 508-998-0280, and we'll point you in the right direction. And I also want to put Jerry on the spot. Newport Playhouse. We had a great time, we're doing it again, but I'll let him give you the details.
Newport Playhouse was fun for all. Everybody had a great time. Obviously, it was a reasonable trip for $50, and that included per person. It included a dinner, the play, and afterwards a cabaret. This time around, this one that we did, the bus was almost pretty well packed. We've done it this way in regards to with a school bus, because it's only a 20-minute to a 30-minute ride to Newport. And everybody had a blast. I can't tell you how much of response that we had back from, positive responses that we had from the people that were on the bus. We have another one coming up in December, December 2nd at the Newport Playhouse again. And we're hoping that the bus is filled. Right now we have tickets for 30 people. We can expand it more if we need to, but right now we're confirmed for 30 tickets, and we hope to sell out again. We can hold up to 50 people, but we need to have reservations. Reservations are a must for them to go. But it's unbelievable. I mean, people turn around and said that the food was fantastic, the show was fantastic, everybody laughed, everybody had a good time. We got back on the bus, and I'm telling you, people's bellies were busting from
Is this
laughing
the
so much.
afternoon show?
We did, yeah, it was the matinee.
Matinee, okay.
Our bus driver was a little, I don't know, he thought he was funnier, but then he was funny.
So we're gonna be doing this again on the 2nd, and what is the times, Heather?
We will be leaving here at 10:30 in the morning. The only thing we kind of caught us a little off guard, it was a longer day than we thought. We didn't get back until about 5:30 in the afternoon.
That's something new.
Yeah, it wasn't, so we misjudged that a little bit, but just so people know it is.
is that a Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
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 It's my birthday.
Yeah, that's the best day for the buffet.
And we did it again on we decided to do it again on a Sunday because it's such a good turnout, and it's such a wonderful day. I mean, it really is a wonderful day to go out and do this thing, and we really had a great time, and we're gonna be doing it again, and we'll do it again after that too. It was very, very good.
I can personally say that those trips are very, very well done, and the people are very, very happy.
Well, they were very, very pleased, and they kept asking us, when are you gonna do another one? We've got a couple of more things up our sleeves. We're looking maybe a dinner train in Newport, coming up later on, maybe in the spring, to bring in the summer.
There's a lot of people we've never seen before either,
Yep.
which was kind of nice.
Yeah, it got spread through.
Yeah.
other
It did,
people,
yeah.
Yes, and once it gets on the roll, you're gonna be sorry, because you probably won't have any room.
Well, that's what happened. We bought 25 tickets because I was afraid to get stuck with them, and then we ended up selling almost 50. So it
Yeah.
worked out really well. And to put Jerry on the spot again for the EMA presentation, if you could just give our
Yes.
home audience a recap.
The Emergency Management Agency, which I'm the director of, we did a emergency preparedness. Matter of fact, there's a news article coming up
Is there?
Thursday in regards to it. Any information that you need in regards to if you have to go to a shelter or whatever, that it was all explained to them of what to prepare, what to get ready, what to make, what to do. It was just an awesome meeting. It was held by, again, MEMA, which is the Emergency Management Agency, and sponsored by us. We have flyers, we have stuff that you can pick up and get a go kit if you have to go to a shelter. And it tells you what to bring, like medications and whatever. And we are also, knowing today's society, a lot of the elderly people who do not want to leave their homes because they might have pets like a cat or a dog or something like that. They don't want to leave them at home. But yet they're not going to have any electricity and it's going to be cold in the house. So what we have done is we're a pet-friendly town. We were very much praised. We're one of the highest praised towns in the area because we're the only ones that really picked up this, thanks to Dharma Lake, we picked up this pet-friendly shelters also where they can bring their pets. There's a lot of rules to it. Nobody can go in and go pet other pets or whatever, but they're able to stay warm. And in that kit tells you also to bring your animals food or any medications or whatever that you might have to give the animal. And each and every one of you will be able to go in and take your dog out or your animal or whatever for a walk, to do their duties or whatever has to be done. But you are responsible for your own animal. And it's a real awesome thing. People don't have to stay home. They don't have to stay home and freeze. They don't have to worry about the cold weather. They don't have to worry about anything. We have a place here. The only rule is, if you are able to go to a family member's home, you cannot bring your pet here, leave them, and then go to your family's home. That rule is going to be stuck. It's made by the rules and regulations that came up when Governor Deval Patrick signed this into effect, that we would have pet-friendly stations, sheltering, and we do not. It's not where we're going to be taking care of your animal. You have to either bring your animal, or you have to stay with your animal here or your pet here at the Council on Aging.
The question, is there a special place that they're going to have for the pets?
Yes, there is. There's 3 rooms that we have set up here that we're going to be using.
You're in the cat room.
And you're in the cat room. The other room on the other side will be just for dogs. And then we have the other small room that we'll be using for exotic animals like snakes or tarantulas, or which we already had one.
If they have them, yes, but John is really well stocked. But if people have carriers or kids, they should bring them.
We got enough carriers, but if we suggest that you bring your carrier in. If you have one of those small carriers for your cat, the cat will not stay in a small carrier because we have bigger ones that we can put them into and transfer them into. But that's going to be your job. You're going to take care of your own animal inside the shelter.
Will Donna be here?
Donna will
John
be
sends
here.
volunteers.
And we have volunteers for it.
Okay.
The reason I asked that question is because a lot of people that are going to be coming in that have a problem with animals breathing wise, in oxygen tanks and so forth. So that's why I was asking that question.
Anybody that's very medically fragile, though, we won't take. They
Yes.
have to be independent and they have to,
Self-sufficient.
self-sufficient, independent. People who have severe medical issues, there's a different game plan for. So when you get into your oxygen tanks and all that, that's a conversation we have to have.
Okay, thank you.
Will this be a non-smoking facility?
Absolutely,
Yeah, it's
non-smoking
posted everywhere.
facility.
Not that
Okay.
everybody listens.
Okay. No, I know some old people.
I mean, if they really have to have a cigarette or a cigar or whatever, they can go across the street and stand out there and
Or in
smoke
their
it.
vehicle.
And
Or in
and
their
blow them
vehicle.
away, right?
Right,
Okay.
and do whatever has to be done, but
We follow
this
it.
is a non-smoking facility. Anyways, in town, it's a non-smoking
Yeah,
facility.
okay.
Thank you very much. That was a lot of good information that we needed. And some of the things from your emergency preparedness meeting, we still have some little magnets.
Yep.
And we have some flyers, and they're right here at the Council on Aging right on our table of information, so people can come in and still get this information.
Can I take a group of them to presidential?
Yes.
This is
Monday,
really the
Tuesday.
best place to pick up the information, because I'm gonna make sure that Heather has enough on hand so they can come over here and pick it up instead, because putting it in a town hall or putting it in police stations, fire station, wherever, people don't really go in there that much. Town hall, they do, but every once in a while, the town hall will do a, how can I put it to you, do a cleaning, so they'll get rid of most of that stuff, and it's not sitting there over here. We know
Churches
that
would be a good idea too.
you could probably put it in one of the churches. We'll figure it out afterwards, but right now, if you want anything to do about preparedness, this is the place to come and get it. We have it on hand here.
Okay, thank you
Yeah, because
very
there's
much.
several different ones that are coming out saying what you should do and what you should have.
Right.
So it's better to get the one that we have, see, we're gonna come here.
And it's a lot better here because, again, it's available here. It's easier for them to pick up here. We're open over here from 8 to 4 every day of the week. So it's a lot easier than them saying, well, you know what, I wanna make a preparedness kit. I wanna know what I gotta bring, what I don't have to bring, you know.
Yeah.
Um, the kits also include a 3-day water supply, a 3-day supply of whatever they might need that they're gonna stay home that they can't use. You can also use this for at home, but it's also a kit that you can put, a go kit for toiletries and whatever that you might need to
Right.
brush your teeth or whatever, or wash your face. We have, it's just in that pamphlet that you put together. And you do nothing more than either a small backpack or a small tote bag and put everything in it that you need to do. But biggest things are medications.
You know,
Medications,
we definitely need to know this because we're having more and more storms than we've ever had, so
None
we
this
have
year.
to be prepared.
No more, none this year.
Oh,
Last
yeah,
year was
no more this year.
Hello to Florida, Kittens on.
Oh, yeah, I have
Right
a lot of
now, people-
relatives there, and several of them have had to move on already,
Okay,
so
Okay,
it's a good thing to know.
on December 1st, it's a Saturday. The Greater New Bedford Garden Club is having their annual sale. This usually is a big deal. People wait for this sale, they can't wait for this sale, and all of the things are right here inside of the Council on Aging. Usually it starts around 8, 9 o'clock, and it runs to about 12, 1 o'clock, right, Paula?
Yeah.
And we will need some coverage, Pauline's we will need some coverage from the board
Yeah.
that day.
Well, I'll
I
be
know
there.
Paulette will be here and I will be here, but anyone else who would like to stop by, look around, see what's here, and help with the coverage, it will be appreciated. I just see Heather or I about that. But for the people out there, I want them to know about the sale coming up. It will be advertised. Driver training update, wheelchair certification. In the past, we have taken people to the doctors and to different places that they've needed to go in our vans. But we have not been able to take anyone who is in a wheelchair because our drivers have not been certified to do this. So Heather, do you want to tell people what they went through?
Yes, so Marcel is now wheelchair securement certified, so we can do wheelchair transportation. Jerry also went to the class as a backup, so in a pinch, we could always call him. They completed their 4-hour training in awful conditions. It was downpouring that day. Those poor guys were soaked, but they did it. So that's a service that I believe for the last 18 months we haven't been able to offer, but we did rectify that, so now we can.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yes.
thank you. Also, yeah, it's just myself and I right now, yes.
Okay. And a building upgrade and an equipment update. I'm sitting on some equipment that's very, very comfortable. Let's see, yes, Heather?
So out of the $125,000 that was approved at town meeting, our new generator has been installed. It's not quite up and running yet, it just came in the other day, but it is there. We've purchased 100 new chairs right there for the building. Those have been well received. Our dehumidifier is in, we discussed that at the last meeting. And do you want to talk a little bit more about the shower and the game plan and the start time?
I would like to hold off on that for the time
Okay.
being, because there's nothing really in concrete of how it's gonna be done. We don't know if it's gonna be done in-house, or we're gonna have to go out and have it done. But there will be a shower put in here, as we've discussed in the past, on our past meetings. And then, like I said, we have other renovations that we're looking at to make things a little bit more comfortable in here.
I think the game plan is they'd like to finish parting ways before they get, because they're so close to being done, and then we'll kind of follow on the radar for a shower.
But between,
And now we're ready for our monthly financial statement.
Which we're holding again. We don't have the contract yet for the selectmen from Executive Office of Elder Affairs. So what we're doing is we're operating under last year's numbers, which were $11 per senior, for a total of a little over $22,000. We're hoping they're gonna give us a little more, but we're guaranteed at least that base minimum, so. And that funds the receptionist position, partially funds Pat's position, two of our exercise instructors, and just some miscellaneous bills that we incur during the year. So hopefully by next month we'll have that contract.
And our outreach workers report.
Pat just wanted me to let everybody know that she did survive Shine Training. She did a good job. We talked about that. And also that fuel assistance applications. We have those in hand. We're ready to go. So if anybody would like, we've been helping with recertifications for people who are already on the program. But for anybody who would like to apply new, we're able to do that now.
Perfect. All right, does anyone have anything to add?
Busy place.
It is a busy, busy place.
Oh, I have one more thing. I'm sorry. Yeah. The New Bedford Council on Aging, as you know, we've been hosting some of their programs while their Buttonwood Center is under renovation. They just gave us a very nice shout out in their newsletter, so I just wanted to share that with the board.
Oh, nice. Do you want me to read it? Sure. The Council on Aging wanted to take the opportunity to thank the folks who utilize our senior centers for all activities that happen there. And then yada, 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 they're closed, renovations, yada, yada, yada.
Just to give you a little backstory, Paul, and it's Linda finishes. Buttonwood, before you get to yada yada, Buttonwood Senior Center was going to have their roof replaced. Once they started that construction, they realized their damage was much more thorough than they thought. So now they're getting new bathrooms, new kitchen. It's going to be a brand new center. It's going to be beautiful. But that's delayed because it was more than they thought. So we're hosting through at least November.
And they mentioned the Buttonwood Senior Center, and then they say, a huge shout out and thanks to Heather and the Acushnet COA for welcoming our folks and classes to that center during this time as well. So, yes.
thank you.
And actually, some of the groups like us so much, they will be staying. They won't be returning to Buttonwood. So we've picked up the chorus and an exercise. So it's good. It's all good.
And we're even trying to steal one of the gentlemen. He lives in this area and he has to go all the way to New Bedford for his class. But he might stay here now and then. I can't mention his name because,
Right.
yeah.
That's a
But-
Linda.
We're even having people from Wareham coming down
Oh, we
and
have,
doing, and doing.
Mattapoise at
Mattapoise at Rochester.
yeah.
Dartmouth.
This Dartmouth, there's a lot of people coming in from other areas. This place has gotten to be a very, 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 very busy place. I don't even think you have any lull times, really, in this building.
it's-
Maybe, I think, maybe Friday afternoons is about the only low time that we have, really.
And it's fun to work here because people come in with a smile. They want to be here and they're friendly and it's nice.
They're just having a good
I
time.
really like it here. It
Yep.
goes by fast. Time flies.
I'm going to segue on that then. Pretty soon we're going to start talking about budgets for the next fiscal year. We have 2 part-time receptionists who work 12 hours each. I do the desk on Fridays. We're starting to look at safety issues. I don't think that it's safe for an employee to be alone in the building, which is kind of happening sometimes. So I think that we should always have 2 staff members in the building. So I don't know if we need to think about another receptionist position or there's just something that we kind of need to start thinking about and talking about at budget time. I just don't think anybody should be alone in the building at any time.
When are they alone?
Friday afternoons is me. Not so much in the morning, sometimes between 3 and 4 if somebody has to leave early or like I'll give you an example this week Brad's on vacation. So I'll be alone in the building on Friday after Linda leaves at 12. I mean, nothing's happened, it's,
Yeah.
our clients are wonderful, but I think in this day and age, it's
Yep.
just something we should have on the radar.
Okay.
I agree.
For our meeting in December, we had old business, which I think we didn't do anything about. It's the Friends of the ACOA.
Oh,
Our problem is no one wants to grab the reins and run with it.
Okay.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants yard sales and gift shops, but nobody wants to say, yes, I'm gonna run this group, that's our problem. So if you can identify somebody who's willing to kind of pick up that ball, we're definitely open to it.
Okay.
It's just as town employees, we can't.
yes.
And it's still going
And-
on.
and- you're absolutely right.
Legal, right?
Me too, like somebody who's got, and then
Yeah.
you work with the students at UMass in the law department. I mean, so it's definitely doable,
Yeah.
but it's just nobody wants to take on that. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
And you're absolutely right, people still do ask about the yard sales and things like that, but also have a place constraint. We don't have any place to put all these things that come into. So,
Also, I'd like to thank you, Heather, for putting that ad in the paper about the Acushnet Wesley having their thrift
Oh,
shop.
why don't you talk
They-
about that a little bit, folks at home?
I really don't know that much about it, except that I know that they had a fantastic turnout.
Great.
And they're asking just for winter clothes and fall clothes, so that if anyone wants to drop something off, that would be appreciated.
At the Wesley Church, not here.
and this is going to go on, ongoing?
As far as I know, 3 days a week they're
Wonderful.
going on.
Wonderful, so when people say something to us, we can direct them up the street and around the corner. Yeah, all right, good.
Thank you.
If you want to bring us in like an advertisement,
And
a
dates?
flyer, and then we can, make it pretty and set it up. Maybe
Okay.
it will already be pretty, but, we can set it up, yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job, and I want to thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank the gentleman who brought it to me, I don't know his name.
It's okay. Elaine from,
No, it's a gentleman who plays cribbage, he's very involved on Fridays.
oh.
I can look it up and tell you what, top of my head, I haven't seen him, but I need to
Doesn't make
recap
any
it.
difference anyway, but I just wanted to thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Okay, well, this takes care of our meeting for this month. Our next meeting is on Wednesday, November 14th at 10 o'clock here in this room. I'll make sure that you get some kind of a phone call or notice that the meeting will be taking place. And may I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
All right, and a second.
Great acceptance.
All right, Maurice, thank you. Thank you, I'll be over and out.